Good morning. It is a nice rainy morning this morning. 52 degrees out and it's supposed to rain all day. I think we got about 3/4 of an inch of rain overnight. We got some good puddles down by the barn and the addition, and they're calling for another 3/4 of an inch of rain still. So we have another fun project we're gonna be working on today because we don't feel like building out in the rain. But we need to check on the slab and to see how the water is flowing off it, see how we did. I need to finish feeding the turkeys, then we'll head back down there. All right, we have a fun new project and toy we're gonna be working on today. We're gonna be building it right here, probably in the entranceway of the workshop. So it is a project we can do inside/outside. So let me go grab it and we'll talk about it in here instead of me talking about it out there and getting soaked in the rain. So let's go get this thing inside. So we have a 10-foot cattle squeeze chute with a weight seal in it here from TMG. I want to thank TMG for sending this our way. I am excited for this and it's going to come in very handy with our cattle operation.
This cattle chute is going to be able to be very valuable to us on the farm, especially as we keep growing and having more cattle and doing different things with them. So it's going to be a very good asset for us.
So there's quite a few reasons why we've been looking at getting a squeeze chute and why we wanted the TMG one. But the biggest reason we wanted to get a cattle squeeze chute is for safe handling of our cattle. So this way, if we have any issues, we need to have a vet come out. We have a place that we can put the cattle in and that the vet can safely work on them. Say, who knows what could happen, but if something needed to get done, if one of them needs to get castrated, we can do that inside the squeeze chute. Another big one is for calving. Say we have a calf get stuck in the mother, we could put the mother inside the squeeze chute, and that way she's contained safely, and then we can pull out the calf. I know it doesn't sound the nicest, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do so you can save the mother and the calf. So we'll have the squeeze chute for that. If we're having issues and the mother won't let the calf nurse, these doors, once we have it get all set up, I'll show you, these doors are able to swing. So we can get in there and we could have the mother inside the squeeze chute and we could have the baby over here and the mother can't get away so the baby could try to nurse. And if that didn't work, we could have the cow in there and we could hand milk her out and we could get the colostrum, we could get the milk that way so that way we don't have to worry about the calf dying. We can use this to weigh the cows. This one comes with a scale that'll weigh up to 4,500 pounds. So we're actually gonna get Cookie in here once this is all set up. We'll use Cookie as a demonstration cow on this. And I'm very curious to see how much he weighs right now. And it'll be interesting to see if we can use this sometime with our pigs, if we ever wanted to weigh our pigs and see how much the pigs weigh. So we'll get in the scale, we'll see how low of a weight it'll weigh, so I'll be curious if it'll tell me my weight or if you gotta be over a certain weight. So this cattle squeeze chute comes with a lot of different features. Once we get it built, I'll show you them all because it's all encased. First thing we gotta do is we gotta get this out of the shipping container, and they ship this thing nicely. I was pretty impressed. It's all encased with square tubing. These two, that's a caster there, and a caster there. So this is meant to be able to roll inside of a trailer, which is nice. We're gonna assemble it inside because it is raining good and we can't work on the barn, but we can work on this inside. So we'll get this built and then we can bring it outside.
I wonder if we could, I don't know how the weighing thing works, but if we could weigh Brutus. Because I'm very curious how much he weighs. I would say 90 pounds.
Yeah, we can put them in there instead. It's going to be very handy to have a scale for weighing livestock and animals.
And Al thinks he might be kind of done growing. I don't think so. I think he's going to get even bigger, but he's not even a year old, and he can keep growing up to 2 years. So I don't think he's done yet.
I don't think he's done completely growing, but I think he's done like his big growth spurts. I don't think he's going to like all of a sudden just get, I think it'll just be like a slow grow from here on out. I think he's put on most of his weight that he's going to. I'm going to have to find all the directions. We got lots of parts and pieces. This is one of the arms. I don't know if it's for the squeeze or for the head gate, because we got another arm up there. So this thing has arms to open and close the head gate, but then also being a squeeze chute, this will squeeze and hug the animal, so it makes the animal feel more comfortable. So if you're doing any work and you don't want them to move, you kind of like give them a big bear hug on the sides, and one of these levers will control that. Let's set this over here.
Is there a lot of assembly, or is it like kind of mostly put together?
I don't think there's a ton of assembly. You have the sides, and then you have your long sides, then you have your short sides. We're gonna have to put the short sides in here, I think. So this way, it's like this, and then you get your floor, which is the scale.
So we're gonna have to bring all the cows into the shop?
No, we're gonna bring this outside after. Another thing I wanna think about as we have the squeeze chute all built, we want to be figuring out a corral area so we can have like a pen area, and then we can shoe the cows into to get them into the chute. And if we need like a good secure area, we have that. So we wanted to get the chute first before we design that system to work with a chute that we don't have, if that makes sense.
Oh, a present.
Got a couple of boxes in here. All right, I think this is the last box.
It's all open for you?
I opened it. It's all wet because I left it out in the rain. So we got 10-foot cattle, squeeze chute was scale, product manual. Sweet, we'll need that. And then we have a bunch of little lock pins and some nuts and bolts.
Is that mostly the scale?
The scale's over
Well,
there.
it says,
this must be like the reader.
Well, yeah, because it says factory calibrated.
So we gotta keep that away from Brutus because he's gonna want to chew it.
You don't chew stuff, do you?
Got a mounting bracket.
You're smelling everything. Bruce, you smell anything good?
That's the scale readout.
Right. Well, that's what I meant. I didn't think it was the actual scale.
So there must be a cable somewhere else that gets plugged in there, so that might be on the base. So it must be battery backup? That's cool.
Yeah, it's working, right? So, yeah.
Well, I like that.
You think that's how it has to come out, is through that?
We gotta take this off. Yep. All right, now I know why I can't slide it. So I've been trying to slide this so I can get this knob past this bar. Well, that's not gonna work because this bar is wedging in this piece. So I gotta cut this off in order to get this out. And then I have to cut the center one off too.
Really?
Yep. So this is holding in this part right here. Somebody sent us up some gloves to wear when you're using a Sawzall. They're supposed to be an anti-vibration glove. They are padded with foam with little cutouts. Let's see how they work. I feel like the Michelin Man. They're different. one down. I'll have some good metal stock kicking around the shop now. Let me see if I can push it now. Oh yeah, that was the problem. The anti-vibration gloves worked good. And then I also was using a carbide tip torch, Milwaukee Sawzall blade, and that works really good, cutting through metal. Hey, did you see this? The sledgehammer we were looking for the other day?
Are you kidding me? Well, what do you want me to do?
Just make sure that end doesn't move like that. Okay. All right, that didn't go too bad. We got one side out. The base is the scale, so we gotta take that out, slide it over there. And then we have the two end pieces. We gotta get those out. Those gotta get stood in place first, and then we can put our side panels on. So this is just the process of getting everything out and then building it. If I could do it outside, it'd be easier, most likely, because I could use the tractor to pick everything up and get around all four sides. But we're in a tight spot. I can't use the tractor in here. And if we were working outside right now, we'd get soaking wet. So if you're building one of these, I'd recommend doing it outside.
But is it heavy, really heavy? You want me to grab? I don't know.
All right, so this is the back of the cattle chute. This right here, once we have it hooked up, there's gonna be an arm that you'd pull down, you'd open up these doors, and the cattle can come in, and then you'll lock it behind them. And then, so that's the first piece. We gotta get the front off now, put the front over here. Then we gotta put the scale, the floor on, and then we can put the sides in. All right, I just got to looking and double checking everything. The orange, I was thinking just the way it was created was the front, but it's not. That's the back. So we're gonna bring the back of the chute, spin it over this way, and the front of the chute goes to the gray. So the back of the chute is orange, so you have like your bigger doors you can get into and walk into if you need. And that, yeah. So we're gonna spin this over this way. That's gonna go that way. That epoxy's holding up good.
I was just gonna say, this is gonna be a test. So we got the front and we have the back. And then we have the scale that needs to go right here. Then hopefully we'll just get the sides on. Build a couple pieces, parts. I didn't say, I thought you said wait.
Okay. All right, so we're at 8 feet, 2.5 inches. So we got to go 1.5 inches. So basically they want a 3/4 of an inch gap on each side. So let me go grab a rubber mallet and I'll just, all right, this is gonna be my spacer. All right, that goes that way. Perfect. So I am gonna Okay. Just put the tip under it. Okay, like just like that. Now jack.
Ready?
Mm-hmm. Okay, hold up, hold up. Let me shut this. Okay, jack. Okay. That one's
we have a pin in it. It's pumping up?
Nope.
No? Perfect. Awesome. Sorry.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull out and you need to push.
Yeah.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're not gonna put a bolt in it yet because we're gonna have to do the same thing
Yes, on the other side.
on the other side. So we can't bolt
But
that
it will
in yet.
kind of hold it.
All right, so this side we're right near the garage door. What we're gonna try doing is coming in with the pallet forks, picking this up, suspending it, and then I'm gonna cut off this bar and that bar. And then we can get the bottom base out of the way, and then we'll just use the tractor with the forks and go straight forward and set it in place that way. I'm gonna put a clamp on the front and on the back. So that way we don't gotta worry about it moving around on our pallet forks right now. I need my Michelin Man gloves.
Is it hard to get on?
No, they feel funny though. Listen to that rain. I'm glad we can work in here today.
Right? I like the colors, orange and gray.
Right, looks sharp. All right, now it's time to put this last panel in place. Let's see how good we are with the tractor.
I'm pretty sure the height is good.
All right. So I think that's all we can do with the tractor. All these other little fine-tune adjustments we got to do by hand. We got to slide it over that way, but we can do that being on the forks and just push it over.
I think if it's off, it's just a little.
And then I can drive forward some more. Too much.
You know.
I think what I'll do is I'll slide it on the back on the forks more. So that way I can get close, and then when we got it in position, I can just leave the tractor and we'll have room to slide it forward.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right, it's got to go up just a whisker. So I'm just going to jack it up.
And then to over a whisker.
Yep. All right, it is right there. There we go. Let me get a pin. There we go.
Small.
I like it. These work good. So now that's free. We can push it. I'll take some pressure off, lower it down a whisker, and then we can spread that. Okay.
Can't really see now. Okay. One more. One more. Oh, there you go. Got it, got it.
Okay, both sides are in place. I like it.
Woo!
2x6 for the win.
Oh, good. I didn't even help you. I didn't even help you. That is snapped
Got
in.
it.
You did that all by yourself.
And the other
100%.
side didn't pop out, even better.
Yeah.
Okay, I need you to put that bolt in. Got it. Ready?
Yeah. It's hard work.
Okay. All right, so that is the main structure of the chute all assembled. Listen to that rain. All right, now we got to hook up this handle. This will operate the headboard. And then we have one that'll go in the middle here, and that'll operate the squeeze part of it.
Can I have that, please? Brutus?
It's only working one side until we get the other one put in. All right, they give you locking nuts, so that way you don't need to tighten it all, but your nut's not gonna fall off. So now, this will operate that. This is the handle for the squeeze part of the squeeze chute. Hold your clamps.
Hold on.
Okay.
I don't know the top part then.
Okay, let me
Is
see
it
if I can
top
get
yet?
one started. Look at that, we caught our first livestock.
Did you put them in?
He walked in, I just shut the door.
He don't even want to come out.
Nope. What are you doing? He likes it in there.
Of course he does.
Until we want to weigh him.
Yeah.
We have a couple more things to do, and then we're going to get you in there and weigh you. See how much you weigh, dude. It's going to go like this. All right, I believe that is everything other than the scales. Let me cut the zip ties. They had this zip tied on each corner so that the squeeze can't fall in when we're trying to assemble everything. So now we can cut these off and we can operate the squeeze of the squeeze chute. All right, so then we can do this. Depending on what size the cow or the calf is, and then you can get in there. When they're squeezed, they'll feel comforted, and then you can get in there and do whatever you need to do if you need to. Otherwise, you want me to save this for you with some saran wrap?
I'm good.
All right, so then this is if you're having a cattle and they want to keep backing up, you can put that in, then you can push it forward to scoot them along, and they can't back up.
Really?
Yeah. And then having it right there, they can't push it out.
Okay, the moment we've been waiting for.
Right, now we get to see how low the scale goes.
Do you just put it on and it works, or do you have to do something?
We're gonna find out.
Your big old computer. Hopefully it's
computer.
weatherproof.
I think what it is you take it on and off when you're not using it.
Okay.
That's what we'll do. Bam. Let's turn it on the back. So it's calibrating. All right. You want to go on there first? Or you want me to go on first?
You want me to go on it?
Okay, I'll go on. What do you think I'm going to weigh?
I don't know. That's definitely not right.
What does it say?
It says 173.
I have boots on, sweatshirt on that's soaking wet, and a hat that's soaking wet. I'll have to weigh myself inside and see. Brutus, come. We gotta weigh you. You're wet, so we gotta add that in. Come on, come here. Go get in there, we wanna weigh you. Sit. Stay. Good boy.
99 pounds.
99 pounds.
No, 99, 98.5. That's really different, isn't it?
Good boy. Well, it's because he was moving. So say around 98, 99 pounds. I'm gonna weigh myself inside with all my clothes on right now. I have boots, sweatshirt that's pretty wet, pants are wet. So it'll be interesting to see how accurate that was.
I mean, it's probably pretty close, but.
What did that say? 173?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna come in and pick it up with my forks. I'm gonna try to come right here. So that is not its final resting place. This is just where we're putting it so we can use it in the morning. I am thinking over here, we're gonna put it up along the back area. But before we do that, we gotta have a nice gravel flat pad for it, and we might actually pour a little bit of concrete to set it on. I'm not sure yet, but before I decided where I was gonna actually put it, I wanted to make sure it was here, built, and then see how it goes with our flow. I'm thinking if we put it over there, that'd probably work the best. So we're gonna wait to test this out in the morning because it's not supposed to be raining in the morning.
Pretty close then.
That assembly went really well. That TMG 10-foot squeeze cattle chute is built really nicely. If we were able to do it outside and have the tractor out here, it would have went quicker. It still went pretty quick considering it was inside and it was just me and Gina. You either need a tractor and one person-ish, and you can do it, or you need two grown men, and two grown men, or people who can lift some good weight, could put that together without any equipment. The other day I got a flat tire in the Kubota, and I need to take that tire off right there and put a tube in it. We got a tube. So let's get that tire off. I'm gonna leave you guys inside while I'm getting the tire off. All right, this rain is crazy today. It hasn't let up yet. And it's not gonna. Ah, there we go. All right, nothing that a claw hammer and a chisel can't do, taking a tire on and off. I know I need to get the proper tools, but I don't have them. When you gotta get the job done, you gotta use what you can use. So the other tube didn't have a hole in it, but the valve stem was slit. So hopefully this one doesn't do that. Yeah, I'm gonna get this tire put back on, and since the Bobcat has a broken track, I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna dig a little trench better so this water can get out. That's one of the things we need to get the Bobcat fixed for, so we can finish grading off down here and not have puddles. But the track on the Bobcat the other day just split in half. It's original, so it's a 9-year-old track. Dry rotted, I think, is what caused it, but not fun. So let me get this tire on, then we're gonna fix that area. Well, I'd say that's working. We also need to clean the ditch up. That ditch filled up with a lot of silt. We had all that big rain A lot of it washed down and put silt in the ditch, so it's not as deep as it used to be. So we need the excavator to clean that up. But this is working good. That should drain just about down to nothing. That's how much rain we got just today. That's over an inch. That's crazy. And that doesn't count how much rain we got overnight, because we had 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch of water in those pails this morning. We dumped them out, used them, and then they got filled back up with rain again. So there's been a lot of rain today, guys. I'm glad we had the cattle chute to build today. We needed a good dry indoor project is what I was going to say, but we still got pretty wet. And that's how the cattle chute works. It says she weighs 1,050, 1,044. So we're going for a weight right now. So you close the squeeze chute here. You have the head gate. So their head is out. And they can't go in or out. Shut the back door. And then if you needed to work on them, squeeze this down on them. You can open up your back door and get in on this side. If you need to work, you got a door on the other side. The bottom of this opens. So say we have one of the beef cattle and she's not letting her calves nurse on her, we could bring the calf over, or if we can't bring the calf over, we could milk her out, get the colostrum, get the milk we need, and we can work on our cow. We can milk the cow that's never been milked before easily and safely. So that is exciting. We got to do any vet work. We have this cattle chute that's going to make it safe for us and for the vet. Look how calm Azalea is.
I was going to say she's very calm.
She's chill. So this is nice. So then this way, if we have any work that we need to do, Azalea we handle all the time. So if we need it for Azalea, we have it now, but the big thing is for the beef cattle. So I need to figure out how we want to work out here to have some stronger panels so we can shoe the cattle in there easily. I am excited about this.
Oh, she's pooping on it.
She is christening it for us. Some fresh cow smells will be in there now.
Nice.
So yeah, if you guys have any suggestions of layout, of how we should lay out here for like a cattle run area to work the cattle into the chute, leave it in the comments down below. Send us an email of your drawings if you have any. We would highly appreciate that. Now that we have the chute here, we can figure out where we want it, how we want that layout. I'm thinking wherever we put it, we'll pour like a concrete base so it's nice and flat and good. Yeah, it's also awesome to have the scale. If you want to check out TMG, I'm going to have a link in the video description down below, also with a promo code and some good discounts for you guys. TMG makes a whole bunch of awesome products, from automotive to ranch and farming to you name it, they have it, and they have some really good high quality products. This is where we're going to end the video. I want to thank TMG for sending up the cattle chute. I want to thank all of you for following us along on our journey. Hope you guys have an amazing night. I'll see you right back here in the next video. Bye.
Is she gonna want to go frontwards?
Good girl.